Hey everyone, welcome back to Wallet Watch USA. And for those joining us for the first time, welcome to the channel. Today's story hits different. We're going to be talking about Amazon and the announcement that up to 30,000 corporate jobs could soon be cut. And this isn't just about tech, it's about what this means for all of us, for jobs, small businesses, and even the way we live. On paper, it's just a headline, but behind the headline are tens of thousands of people who woke up thinking they had a stable future, and suddenly they don't. So it's the same company that grew faster than almost anyone during the pandemic, delivering to our doors, powering cloud servers, and hiring at a record pace. Now is reversing course. Amazon said it's streamlining operation, but in real terms, it means thousands of employees packing their desk, logging out of the system where they used to for years, and asking themselves, what now? So let's be real. Amazon isn't the only one doing this. We have seen waves of layoffs across Meta, Google, Dell, and even traditional companies like UPS and Ford cutting corporate roles. But Amazon's name hits different because it's everywhere. Your online cart, your TV with Prime, your groceries with Whole Foods, even your cloud data with AWS. So when Amazon sneezes, the whole job market catches a cold. And what's driving it? Two big reasons: overhiring during the pandemic boom, and automation and AI doing more with less. So let me share my take here. I think this is less about cutting costs and more about reshaping the workforce for what's coming next. Amazon isn't just reacting, they are repositioning. They know the AI is about to transform how logistics, marketing, and customer service run. So instead of waiting, they're moving early. But here's the thing. This isn't just numbers on a spreadsheet. It's livelihood. You can automate emotions, creativity, or leadership. And I think somewhere in Amazon might be forgetting that balance. Because you can have the most advanced systems, but if you lose that human trust that builds your empire, what's left? Now, imagine being one of those 30,000. You gave years to a company that once called you essential. You helped it grow. You worked long nights. Maybe you relocate for the role. And now, your job title disappears into a spreadsheet. You're sitting there thinking, how does a company worth over $1 trillion decided I'm not essential anymore? It's hard not to take it personally. And that's where I'm thinking the emotion cost gets overlooked. For every person who loses their job, there's a family losing a security, a neighborhood losing a spending, and a local business losing a customer. That's the real ripple. So let's talk about what happened next. When you have tens of thousands of layoffs, not just Amazon, but across multiple industries, it trickles down. Less income means less spending. People start cutting back, maybe skipping that dinner out, delaying that vacation, or even canceling subscriptions. Here's the irony. Even though Amazon is laying off workers, people might actually buy more from Amazon. Why? Because consumers under pressure look for cheaper options. So if you lose your job or worry about job security, where do you go? You open your phone, search for the lowest price, and 9 out of 10 is Amazon. So the same company that's cutting jobs could actually gain more customers because of the anxiety. So that's wild when you think about it. And that's something that we should all be paying attention to. Now, I want to give a fair view here. From a business perspective, I get it. Amazon has to stay competitive. Their logistic network is massive and costs are real. AI tools can process data faster, automate warehouses, manage inventory, and even write marketing content. So if you are a shareholder, these layoffs look like efficiency. But if you're a worker, it looks like being replaced by a machine. And it raises an uncomfortable question. At what point do we stop calling it innovation and start calling it dehumanization? But let's talk about who really feels it. Small and local businesses. Every time Amazon grows leaner and more efficiency, it pressures the rest of the market. Small stores can't match next day delivery. Local sellers can't compete with prime discounts. And when Amazon drops prices to keep customers, local businesses suffer quietly. It's not just about technology, it's about dominance. When a giant like Amazon shifts its weight, smaller players get squished out. Even more so in times like this, when consumers are desperate to save. So yeah, while Amazon might look like it's tightening the belt, in reality, it could end up owning even more of the retail landscape, because every algorithm that saves a company money often takes away someone's income. We're watching the future of work unfold. And it's not just changing jobs, it's changing values. Companies are learning to operate with fewer people, while we, the workers, are learning that no role is untouchable. The new job market isn't just about who has the most experience, it's about who can adapt the fastest. That's why, if you're watching this right now, right, and you work in tech, support, or admin, ask yourself, am I ready to evolve with technology, or am I waiting for it to evolve past me? Because the truth is, this isn't just the last layoff story. We're going to be seeing a lot more. This might just be the new rhythm of the modern businesses. Grow fast, cut faster, optimize everything. And it's scary, but it's also a moment for people to think, what value can I bring that a bot can't? So will people still buy from Amazon? Absolutely. Convenience wins. Even with layoffs and criticism, consumer will keep clicking add to the cart. But there's a hidden cost. And it's not in dollars. It's in how disconnected we are becoming from the people behind the product, the jobs behind the service. So local businesses will feel the pressure. Communities might lose a bit more of the personal connection, but we used to have when we shopped in towns instead of online. And while Amazon efficiency might look like progress, it also reminds us how fragile the human side of work really is. So maybe this is the turning point. The moment where we pause and ask, are we building a future that works for people or just one that works without them? Because at the end of the day, companies don't have loyalty. People do. And when those people are gone, all that's left are numbers, warehouses, and code. Thanks for watching. If this story made you think, share it with someone who's been feeling the pressure of this change jobs world. And if you want more stories that make sense of what's happening in our economy, don't forget to subscribe, like, and stay tuned right here on Wallet Watch USA. Thank you, and see you next time.